Hey, everybody, it's me, Matt, and we're going to talk about one of my favorite things plays. Recently, someone invited me to go see the play Dress the Part at the Ready Room. The Ready Room is where I see things like Poppy and Brooke Candy, not plays. And also, I'm a cool guy that likes like badass movies. Transformers: Dark of the Moon, Fast Five, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Those are things that are more my speed to cruise control. You know, I don't like things with like kissing and singing, which this play did have, but I realized that the thing in movies right now, the thing that's like the cool new trend is single shot things, like 1917 or Birdman. It's like all one take, and in a way, a play is like a single take, but where in your head is the camera. So I thought it's like I'm participating in the new trend in a way, and also I didn't have to pay to go do it. So now at a movie, they'll have previews for other cool movies, and instead of that, they had there was a guy that opened the show, and he did poems, which are kind of like songs where they couldn't think of music for the song, but he did have cool shoes. So all right. So here's a quick synopsis for Dress the Part. Best friends Valentine and Proteus are derailed in their actions by their attraction to Sylvia. Valentine's mental denseness does not deter Sylvia from returning his love, but he is caught and banished. Proteus's desire for Sylvia wipes out his former love for Julia, and he stabs Valentine in the back. And there's a dog named Crab, and guess what? Just kidding. That's not a synopsis for Dress the Part. It's a synopsis for Shakespeare's Two Gentlemen of Verona. But it is also a synopsis for Dress the Part. The Q brothers, who wrote this play, clearly have plagiarized this from Shakespeare. I think that the Shakespeare Festival should have known this. It seems strange that people running a Shakespeare festival didn't realize that even down to the names, this is basically exactly the same as Two Gentlemen from Verona. I didn't know that until I started Googling things. I know Shakespeare from he's in Bill and Ted, you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't know. Maybe they just saw Two Gentlemen of Verona once and forgot about it and then accidentally wrote it again. It's hard to say, but the Q brothers should probably do a little more research before they put on a whole thing. Another issue I had with the play, I don't know if this is the producer's fault or who's involved with getting the money to pay the actors, but clearly they couldn't afford more than two. They seem to try to hide this with wigs and costume changes, but it's fairly obvious that the two men are playing every single role in the play. They tried their best to look like different people, but sometimes you could see the costume changes right on stage. And again, I don't know if this is the producer that should have been able to hire more actors or what the problem is, but painfully obvious that it was just two people. This actually led to another problem for me. I found myself very attracted to the men when they would dress up as the female characters, specifically Lucetta, a character of Lucetta. And this led to a pretty big argument with my girlfriend. We haven't been physical since we've seen the play, both due to a coldness between us and just an inability on my end to perform with this performance, bringing up some possibly dormant feelings and desires in me, and that's not something I was ready to confront at this point. Now, there were some positives to the play. As I'm sure you know, musicals are dumb and stupid, but instead of music, this play used hip-hop. And I'm actually a very big fan of rap and hip-hop. Eminem, Macklemore, Lil Dicky, Mike Shinoda, some of my faves. So that actually was kind of like right up my alley. And they did use the F word once, and I thought that was pretty cool. I'd give Dress the Part a 10 out of 10. It's the only play I've ever seen, so certainly the best play I've ever seen. If you have any repressed Sexual desires, I would try to address those before you go to see it. It makes for an awkward drive home if you don't, and take your people taking a look into your browser history and scrolling through your phone, which and ultimately I think, and maybe that's a good thing. And so I want to thank Dress the Part for that, and it runs through February 15th. So catch it at the Ready Room.